We don't have a conventional lawn that is pristine and weed-free. In fact, ours is pretty weedy, but I consider them gifts. These are beautiful, often herbs that are beneficial. They can be eaten as is. They are used in poultices and many, many other situations that help us to not only feed our body, but to heal our body. And I love the cheeriness as they start to come into their season. And recently, wild violets came into season, and I absolutely love to see the lawn filled with these wonderful violet, gorgeous blooms that just are the sweetest things. They are tasty. They put delight in a salad. And I would like to share with you some of the uses for these wonderful free veggie treats that we find in our garden. You know, people talk about food shortages, but I think what they have to do is correct their mindset, because there really is an abundance of food all around us. We just need to know what they're like, and we have to stop killing them. So, hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath. I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years. These things, violets that we're talking about, have been used for centuries by indigenous people and helping with their health and concerns. And often these wild food are eaten by animals and improve their health. Violet flowers are lettuce-like and have a subtle peppery taste. Some taste like wintergreen. The variety that I have are just an absolute delight to eat. They are wonderful to look at, just gorgeous. Yum. The vibrancy of these fresh herbs actually can increase the look of a salad. They are used in decorations that we'll go into and all kinds of things. People will often freeze them in ice cube trays and put them in drinks. They're just delightful. They're probably a little time consuming to collect. This bunch maybe took me 5 minutes to collect. And yes, it wouldn't be like eating a steak dinner, but it would be nutrition. And it might even be better nutrition than that steak dinner. Picking these lovelies, you really need to know where they're grown. Out in my yard, I know that I can just pick and eat and have no problem. But in other areas, you have no idea if chemicals have been sprayed on them, if some dog has sprayed on them. So a funny little story, years ago, my grandchildren are in their 20s now, and back when they were, I want to say 8 and 4, I taught them about eating flowers that were growing. I taught them about dandelions, I taught them about violets, and just a variety of things. And we'd munch on them and talk about their benefits and that. Well, apparently I didn't tell them about being careful about where they're grown. I knew that in their backyard, it was okay because my son didn't use any chemicals on the lawn, just like we never did. Well, one time they were very proudly sharing their knowledge with their friend, neighborhood friend, and we happened to look over and they were picking the violets up to eat, and we stopped them right away because their neighbor had a dog, and that dog went all over the yard. And so we really needed to caution them as well as encourage them to eat things and to recognize what they were eating, that there were some things that they shouldn't eat, but the benefits of these herbs were tremendous. There's so much nutrition packed into these beautiful little blooms. So I think children should know where their food comes from. I think they should have a relationship with their food. I think children that grow up tending their own food will be better eaters. They will enjoy that food. If it's a cucumber, if it, whatever that plant is, I think that children benefit from learning about how food is grown, and they really do create an attachment to it and want to, they create a curiosity on what does this taste like. Now I know that how it's grown, what does it taste like? Now violets can be used in a variety of ways. There are links in the description below for making wild violet vinegar. And this is a beautiful way to make a salad dressing or a marinade, and it's basically free. You can make your own apple cider vinegar from apple scraps, and I've shown and directed you to marysnest.com, and she shows a variety of ways to make different vinegars and that, and they're very helpful. There's also a recipe for making a wild violet pesto with the leaves. You can add basil and add some of the violet leaves, and that creates another level of health benefits. Exteriorly, on your skin, there are huge benefits for using violets, and there's a recipe on making a bath bomb. And the idea behind the bath bomb is if you have a tea ball, a metal tea ball, and you force the mixture into the tea ball to shape it, and then take it out of the tea ball to dry, then when you want to use it, you put it back in the tea ball, and you don't have bits and things floating around your bath water, because the tea ball prevents that. But in the meantime, it still creates this fizzy, delightful scent. You can add lavender, you can add the violets. Wild violets have a wonderful conditioning effect on the skin. They really make it soft and supple. There are also creams and lotions that you can make, and I have created links in the description below so that you can make these yourself and have fun collecting violets. Now they do have a season, and unfortunately, if they're not grown everywhere, we're just fortunate in Michigan to have them pop up everywhere. Just like daisies have a season, wild daisies, so do wild violets. Now usually it's spring, and then occasionally they'll come back in the fall and visit us again. But wild violets have been used medicinally for hundreds of years, as infusions, syrups, honey, vinegar, poultices. compresses, salves, just amazing, amazing infused oil that can be made into creams and lotions and that type of thing. And its herbal actions are demulcent, which means moisturizing, anti-inflammatory, expectorant, alterative. So taken internally, it helps your lymph, your wound healing abilities. It's anti-tumor, anti-hemorrhagic, diuretic, and mild laxative. Now, you would have to take a ton of wild violets to have the laxative effect. So it's just kind of mild. It actually just, it's a great thing to take if you're having constipation. So it's a really beneficial thing. So you either topically or internally, violets are considered a food and can be eaten as you would lettuce. And it has been known to help things such as varicose veins and hemorrhoids, because it has that little bit of shrinking, astringent feeling on the skin, and very, very beneficial. So here's some of the ways that people have used it. Obviously, as a gorgeous decoration. Look at that wedding cake, and all of it's edible. It's just beautiful. Won't hurt your blood sugar and decoration. And how often can you say that? There are some wonderful jam recipes, or jelly recipes rather, for using wild violet. So candies, cakes, decorations, jellies, syrups, and more. And when you're using these syrups, you are actually getting so many of those beneficial elements that we talked about here in a food source that is delightful. So I believe medicine is all around us, and the only thing that keeps us from using it is knowledge. We just don't know. So please share these videos with your friends. Don't be the kook in the neighborhood. Explain to them how lovely they are in salads, and even potato salads, or macaroni salads, or even our green salads, however you choose to use them. I hope that you enjoy the benefits of them. Nature has a specific design. All on earth works together. We work symbiotically. And when we have a good relationship with our food, we understand where our food comes from. It can benefit us at another level than just eating. There's a spiritual level connection with the earth. And so enjoying gardening as I do, you know where your food has been grown, you know how it's been grown, and of course it's going to taste so much better when it's fresh from a garden. So I'm hoping that you're finding some kind of nook and cranny to be gardening, whether it's in pots, or on a deck or patio, or wherever, that you're finding ways to grow some food. And I appreciate all that you do as far as sharing these videos, liking them, subscribing to them, and make use of those joyful freebies that are all around us. So food is our best medicine, but it can also be our downfall. So make sure you're choosing wisely and nutritiously. The purpose of these videos is to help you understand that herbs and food help our body get back into balance, and disease occurs when the body is out of balance. So doctors prescribe and diagnose, and that's certainly not what this video is all about. This video is about natural medicine and how it works with the imbalances in our body. So in other words, when there is inflammation, it's really important to take foods in that help deter that inflammation. I have 3 video formats on my YouTube channel. This one, which is all about herbs and health to home. I have Gardening with Granny, which is between 3 and 5 minute video shorts that I share the wisdom of plants and how we can learn from them. And I'll look few chats here and there. And once a month, I share herbal or health knowledge, and that's called Herbal Hour. And so I hope that you search out my YouTube channel and find something that is of interest to you, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. So get control of your health and share this healthful knowledge with other people, that focusing on herbs and health is beneficial. And be thankful for all the people around you. I appreciate you. Thank you for viewing. This is Dr. Mary for the Health of It. Until next time.